Everyone this year has been talking about how AI and AI stocks have been absolutely crushing it. Everyone is chasing the next big AI stock, but few people realize how much AI is affecting copper stocks. Right now, with the demand from AI, the copper market is on the brink of a major supercycle. And Donald Trump just lit a fuse on the copper crisis by announcing a 50% tariff on copper imports, but this junior developer that has just uplisted to Nasdaq this week could be one of the biggest beneficiaries. In today's video, I will be talking about Next Metals Mining Corp. This stock is making serious moves right now and is up more than 30% year to date. But this stock has just begun trading on Nasdaq today, July 16. Now we've got a lot to get through in this video, so I will try to keep this intro short, but if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It takes a lot of time to make these videos, but it literally takes 2 seconds and costs nothing to smash the like button, and it helps the channel out so much. I'm aiming to get 500 likes on this video. Help me hit that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now let's get into it. So as I said at the start, AI demand is having a massive effect on the copper market. The copper market is on the brink of a major super cycle, but there is one problem. Global demand for copper is exploding, driven by EVs, AI infrastructure, defense and energy transition mega projects. But the supply is bottlenecked. Major discoveries have collapsed by over 80% since 2010. This is where copper mining companies come into play, and specifically Next Metals Mining Corp. Next Metals is a mineral exploration and development company focused on the discovery and advancement of high-quality copper, nickel, cobalt, element metal resources. Next Metal have assembled a world-class team that sets them apart from other small miners, which I'll talk about in a moment because they have vast experience across all stages of mining and exploration. The company has their flagship redeveloped projects in Botswana, but Next Metal also manage a global portfolio including properties in Northern Ontario, Canada. In Botswana, Next Metal holds 2 past producing mines. Now, Botswana is one of the most politically stable jurisdictions on the planet, and this is important. It's often called the Switzerland of Africa, and this is a tier 1 mining jurisdiction. First, we have the Selkirk mine, which is supposed to have around 44 million tons at 81% copper equivalent. Then we have the Salibi mine, which is an underground mine and is located very near to the Selkirk mine. And this has over 24 million tons inferred and 3 million tons indicated of defined high-grade copper, nickel, cobalt, sulfur resources, averaging 2.92 to 3.4% copper equivalent at the Salibi location. The Salibi North Underground is already reopened. The exploration is advancing, an aggressive drill program is underway, and importantly, it's fully funded by a $67 million recapitalization backed by Frank Guster's Fiore Group and Edge Point Investment Group. Now, if you don't know who Frank Guster is, he's a billionaire who founded Lionsgate Entertainment, the movie company, but he's also a keen investor in precious metal companies. He helped build Goldcorp, one of Canada's most iconic gold producers, and Wheaton Precious Metals. So his involvement in the company with his industry connections can open a lot of doors to new funding, strategic partnerships, and long-term growth for Next Metals. Now, looking at the company's new July investors presentation, we can see here that there is a growing gap between copper supply and copper demand, and this is just beginning to widen now. BHP estimates that global copper demand will increase by 1 million metric tons annually through 2035, driven by the adoption of electric vehicles, renewable energy infrastructure, and data centers. A significant portion of global exploration budgets are not focused on new copper discoveries, and investments in stable jurisdictions are limited. This is why I highlighted earlier that Botswana is a stable jurisdiction. These are rare in today's world. And Next Metals Mining holds large-scale, underexplored assets in a safe jurisdiction at a time when analysts are forecasting a supply deficit as early as 2026. Guys, we're halfway through 2025. This supply crunch is not far away. And the company's Botswana mines, Selkirk and Salibi, they're already proven assets ready to deliver with all the built-in infrastructure already in place. Now, remember that Next Metals is just a microcap stock. Its valuation is around $160 million US or $220 million Canadian. But as we can see here, other companies such as Vale and Glencore have been spending hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars to acquire assets near the same grade as what Next Metal could have. Now, it's worth pointing out here that Chinese company MMG spent $1.9 billion to buy Nomakau copper mine in Botswana back in 2023. And then last year spent a further $700 million to double production in order to secure the critical metal. Is just beginning to get attention now. And you have these companies spending hundreds of millions, even billions, trying to get ahead of the curve, trying to make sure that they can secure critical metals as part of their growth strategies before the supply crunch really kicks in. But in terms of 2025 catalysts, we are going to have continuous drilling and ongoing studies starting as early as this month, so I'm sure there will be plenty of updates ahead. So as I said at the beginning of this video, this company has only just uplisted onto NASDAQ today. Prior to this, it was listed on the OTC, but it's also listed on the TSX Venture Exchange in Canada with the same ticker. But Next Metals have also just announced some very encouraging drilling progress at its Selkirk mine in Botswana, and is expanding the exploration efforts to include a targeted electromagnetic program. With the metallurgical drilling program nearing completion, with a total of 2,800 meters drilled in 10 holes, the company is preparing to advance to the next phase of exploration, which will focus on outlining high-grade mineralization through borehole electromagnetics and drilling of untested historical VTIM anomalies located immediately south of the Selkirk resource. And just over 2 weeks ago, the company reported assay results from the first two 2025 resource expansion holes with continued drilling at Salibi North underground beyond the 2024 mineral resource estimate. And there is a really cool interactive presentation to go with this press release on their website, so check out the link in the description under this video. Next Metal CEO Morgan Lekstrom stated, "Drilling has further extended the deposit, intercepting mineralization roughly 350 meters down plunge, well past its modeled limits, giving our existing resource grades of over 3%. This result further validates the potential of this system. Our application of BHEM combined with a deep technical understanding of the deposit is allowing us to target these deeper zones with incredible precision. The system remains open, and the results combined with these first assays reinforces our confidence that this mineralized corridor continues at depth." Now, as I said earlier at the beginning, this company has a top experienced management team. This is led by CEO Morgan Lekstrom, who has decades of experience with companies like Freeport and Rio Tinto, but others here have years of experience with the likes of BHP, Rio Tinto, and BCL Mines, as well as a strong board of directors and strategic advisors Andy Bowering and Frank Gustra. Could Next Metals Mining be the next major critical metals player? Guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and always do your own due diligence. Remember that I'm not a financial advisor, but if you enjoyed this analysis, then please like and comment. Follow me on X, and I'll catch you in the next